On today's Tuesday Talk, we are talking about puppies. Huh.
One of them wants to kill me right now. We're standing because we're freezing cold. And you'll see our microphone. This is an H1N. You'll see it in our store if you're interested.
Yes.
Okay.
Back to the Tuesday Talk.
The Tuesday Talk.
So we had a question from a viewer about the Petsmart vet services. So as some of you guys know, we had both of our dogs before we started full-time travel. And we had them at a vet in Tucson that we had been using for years and years. But we knew that wasn't going to work once we hit the road. So we switched over to Petsmart, both for grooming Patty and for their vet services. And so far, so good.
Yeah, no problems. They're nationwide, so it's a very easy thing to do. They have all the records. We don't have to reestablish anything or do paperwork. We did it once, and now any Petsmart we go to, I'm sure Petco and some of the other nationwide pet stores will be the same way.
Yeah.
But you do it once, and they always have your records.
Yep.
So it's easy.
It is, and it's just the Banfield Vet services. Of course, the one time we actually needed a vet this past year for an emergency, we were nowhere near a Petsmart, so we had to use a local vet. But that worked out fine too, and we have emergency money for that. So yeah, it's working out great. And the other questions, unless you do have anything else about that or no?
I don't think so.
The other questions that were asked were about keeping them warm and cool depending on the season when we leave them in the Airstream. So let's start with keeping them warm, since right now it's quite chilly.
It's probably 35 out right now, but I hate doing these inside, so we're outside.
Yes. So keeping them warm, if we're in the Airstream, then they're keeping the same way we are with our catalytic heater if we are boondocking, occasionally with the furnace, and then with the heat pump if we have hookups. If we have hookups, we have no worries about keeping them warm. The heat pump will work fine, and if not, the furnace kicks on, and we don't normally leave them for all that long, normally during the day, so it's not normally the coldest part of the day anyway.
If it's going to be freezing cold during the day, inside the rig, we are in the wrong place, and we need to leave immediately, because that's not what this is about.
Yes. So if we had any worries about trying to keep it warm, because we wouldn't have the catalytic heater on, obviously, if we were not there, then we just wouldn't go anywhere and we'd stay with them, which is the exact same answer for if we were worried about it being too hot, which happens a lot more for us.
That's much more common.
Yeah.
Much more common.
Though we try to stay and follow the weather, we still manage to get in really hot temperatures. If we have hookups, again, it's a little bit easier, though. If we are in areas that aren't used to heat and we have hookups, often we cannot trust the power in the area, the power at our pedestal, or both, and we worry that if it's a really hot day, the AC will not kick on and we will be in trouble. So we do not actually trust hookups unless we've been in the area for a while and understand that the hookups are going to be reliable.
Yeah.
This is only if it's above 90 plus degrees. Like if it's in the 80s or 70s, we'll leave the windows open, we'll leave the fantastic fans running, and they do perfectly fine.
It's fine.
So it is really only in those 90 plus degree temperatures in the sun. And if we have any worries, we just don't leave them. We stay in the Airstream so that all of us deal with it and we can take them with us if it gets too hot.
You know what else helps? Staying out west where the heat is dry.
Yeah. Because
the shade, which there is shade inside, it's not going to feel as warm as if it would, compared to what it would feel like if it was humid.
That's true.
There is that too.
Yes. I'll also link to we have a playlist of some of our videos we've done about having dogs on the road, so I'll link to that here as well. So that will give you some other tips about having dogs while full-time traveling. So I think that's it for this week's Tuesday Talk. If you have a question for a future Tuesday Talk, please leave it in the comments below. Like this video if you liked it, subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Boy, it's cold. Hey, Pen.
Hi, Danny.
Hi, Pen.
Hi.
Hi, Pen.
Hi. Hi.
Open.
Hi. Hi.
Open.
Hi.
Open.